Have you ever heard the engine of the ghost running? If you say you mine, nigga, let me hold something. Real recognize real, they be no frontin'. Put that money where your mouth is, that's stunning. Have you ever heard the engine of the ghost running? If you say you mine, nigga, let me hold something. Real recognize real, they be no frontin'. Put that money where your mouth is, that's stunning. Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you ever heard the engine of the ghost running? So close to the money, I can see it coming. Watch me make it squirt, wet like vaginas. No co-signers, big like designers. My fashion all black, rockin' camo. Black Timberlands, I call Zimbos. If I wish a nigga dead, that's revenge though. Screw the silence on tight and watch his melon blow. I got demons on my own, my shit be suicidal. Mama friend's son killed himself with the rifle. If you don't believe me, I swear right hand on the Bible. My life changed for the better, they gon' say it's worse. Cause I ain't outside banging out, they putting work. When niggas outside dying trying to move that work. How can I wish 100 goons to really pray for me? When living out there in them trenches is like slavery. Father forgive me, death to haters, leave them 6 feet. Have you ever heard the engine of the ghost running? If you say you mine, nigga, let me hold something. Real recognize real, they be no frontin'. Put that money where your mouth is, that's stunning. Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you ever heard the engine of the ghost running? My life changed for the better, they gon' say it's worse. Cause I ain't outside banging out there putting work. I had to bring that part back just to remind myself. My cousin died, I left shorty. Am I myself? I found myself by myself even though I'm taken. Liam Nilsson working hard like a Jamaican. 2 babies, I am the father, where's the bacon? 2 80s, fully loaded, keep noted. Any given day reloaded, burn notice. Luxury items, I fantasize, big lotus. 4-door, British European, just dreaming shit. Crib so big, I need an island, overseas and shit.
Just in case you ain't know, let me get more familiar. Just tryna spread love, you know that hate could kill ya. I'm tryna see what's up, let me make one phone call. You know I got all my digits right, and now I need yours. I can be seconds away from just tasting you, taking you down. You can be waking up naked, just looking around. I can be who you've been waiting for, right in your face all along. And I can be the one you're looking for, or I could be wrong. Hey. I know you sick of them boys from around the way now. And I know you wanna get away. Let me take you to a place where everything up, everything. See, you know them boys just like to play now. Baby, I ain't coming here for games. Let me put you on this plane where everything up, but just don't touch my shit. Let me talk my shit. Oh yeah, my shit. Yeah. Little girl, let me talk my shit. Let me talk my shit. Baby girl, let me talk my shit. Let me grab my nuts like that. Yeah. Hey, let me talk my shit. You could be tanning in the south of France or on beaches in Mexico. Bringing this sandwich at top of my hand, your bottom is next to go. Girl, you've been dealing with amateurs, time to get you a professional. I'm cocky, girl, yeah, I know. I love me, I let it show. Fly ain't an issue for ya. You already bought your paper. Whole world I could show ya. Let me be the one to take ya. They better not come and knocking. We be tryna wake the neighbors. Tell them they sleep tomorrow, or they gon' have to wait. I know you sick of them boys from around the way now. And I know you wanna get away. Let me take you to a place where everything up, everything. See, you know them boys just like to play now. Baby, I ain't coming here for games. Let me put you on this plane where everything up, but just don't touch my here on the ground if you like, or come on the ride of your life. If we could stay in the clouds, why would we ever come down, down, down? Never come down, down. Why would we ever come down, down, down? You know I love it when everything up, everything up. Just don't touch my shit, my shit. Girl, let me talk my shit, my shit, my shit. Like that. Yeah. Girl, let me talk my shit. Let me talk my shit. My shit. My shit. Yeah. Let me talk my shit.
Hey ladies, I'm tryna get right. Real dolled up, real fancy. I'ma look like a pinup tonight. Start the night out right. Pre-gaming with my ladies, if I might. Let me puff on that hookah, let me sip some wine. Like I'm out of date, pin up on my dress so tight. Tonight I'ma drink my sorrows. Tonight I'ma smoke away all my stress. Yeah. Me and my girls bout to act the hotness. Pop 15 bottles and excuse the hotness. Straight looking cute. All them looking at me, they could get the boo. Noche de mujeres, see I get a clue. Now duck face girls, it's a photo shoot. It's time to warm my body. It's time to work up a sweat. Go on DJ, slow the tempo, cause this party ain't over yet.
Yes, we're feeling right. Yes, we're feeling right. Ladies night. Get them hands up high. Keep them hands up high. Ladies night. Popping bottles right. Fitting dresses tight. Ladies night. Yes, we're feeling right. Yes, we're feeling right. Ladies night.
And I would say, yeah, man, it's just past 2. And I think I'm seeing double, think I lost the shoe. Ended up on the ground, stumbled on my ex wall. The wall I was sipping, it was him I was next to. Hit up my girls like, what? It's a dub in this club, about to get some grub. Hop in the cab, yeah, we up to the height. Finish up the champagne, go grab some bites. Segment Express or some patacón. I could go for medio pollo en el malecón. I don't know about y'all, but I'm in the zone. Feeling like someone, coffee Patron. Out to the athletes and that is young. Have my entourage is already done. Ain't no stressing out the niggas, they no feeling glum. Or you having boy problems? Bath you, son.
Yes, we're feeling right. Yes, we're feeling right. Ladies night. Get them hands up high. Keep them hands up high. Ladies night. Popping bottles right. Fitting dresses tight. Ladies night. Yes, we're feeling right. Yes, we're feeling right. Ladies night.
Next stop, Sin City. We about to see all them biddies. Divvy up these dollar billies. Throw it in the air like Diddy. My, so pretty. These strippers to Diddy. These fellas are frisky. It's the life of New York City. Hell of a night, we gotta do it again. And we ain't gon' stop till it's 6 a.m. Yes, I'm a Barbie, I don't need no Ken. It depends on women, who needs a man? Now I'm wildin' out cause I love these guys. But back up, Bobby, it's a female's night. It's a female's night. Back up, Bobby, it's a female's night.
Yes, we're feeling right. Yes, we're feeling right. Ladies night. Get them hands up high. Keep them hands up high. Ladies night. Popping bottles right. Fitting dresses tight. Ladies night. Yes, we're feeling right. Yes, we're feeling right. Ladies night. Are you living or are you existing? Because life is meant for you to be living.
That's right.
I said, are you living or are you existing?
Come on, girls, we gotta have fun.
Because life is meant for you to be living.
That's right. It's Barbie Levy in the building. And we off this.
Virgo. We ain't gonna go back and forth and play this cat and mouse game. It is what it is. If you with it, let me know from the beginning. What it's gonna be.
So what it's gonna be, baby girl? And look at tryna come home. So leave me, girl. So I see the thought come home. Leave you, girl. And not really tryna roll.
Come on.
Hop in the whip, I'm about to roll. Dismissing all these bitches hitting up the phone. I'm headed to the spot just to be alone. I step in, get a table while I'm in the zone. Something like one bottle just to be social. Hitting Twitter, let my hitters know I'm chilling local. And I'm sipping while I'm sitting solo. I'm just different bass hitting while I'm listening to total. A lot of things on the floor shaking. Each
one got me more patient. I see when I'm like a little gracious. Let's see what it's gonna take us. I told her I wanna see you on the floor naked. She laughed. She looked at me and said, "This boy crazy." Then she looked at me and said she overdated. Then I looked at her and said, "I'm so persuasive." Then I grabbed her by the hand, headed to the table. It's glasses after glasses, getting more acquainted. The liquor make these women show their true colors. Brown and brown equals black when it's on the covers. It could all start with a couple lick, and it can end with you. And in between, I be it's blindfolded sex. You don't know who you fucking with. She said the party done, let's get out of here. I said the party starts when we out of here. By the end of the night, we can both get right. I'm not here just to find me your wife. Alright, so what it's gonna be, baby girl? And like you're tryna come home. Acting like it's right. See the fun come home. I wanna leave you, girl. I ain't tryna leave. Really tryna roll. You ain't tryna leave. Come on. Okay, let go. Now what you gonna do? Cause I already know what you wanna do. And I can tell that you can tell that I'm wanting you. And I ain't with the game, so I'm laying in front of you. So now it's your decision. Because your decision, it will lead to more decisions. And the more decisions we have is for more positions. Both our wrists handcuffed together, fucking co-defendants. I'm trying to get you alone, girl. And ain't nobody trying to fuck you buck-tooth home, girl. To leave her by herself right there where she's supposed to be. And bring your sexy ass more close to me. Let's have a toast to me. Cause this calls for a celebration. Let's say cheer to the crib with the betters waiting. Soon as we friend up, where you gon' end up in a room that's tremendous. In the mood getting bit up. Now tell me how that sound, cause I get around like Tupac if you not down. What you need? If you ain't with it, gotta let me know. If you ain't with it, I ain't flipping, I'll let you go. So call me a loser. I don't get mad, I just call you an Uber. I dig on your cabin. HHPOV.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I get some sounds?
Yeah.
Yeah. No effects? I thought you was ready. Okay, yeah. Jingle. Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah. Heroes Headquarters.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is Thursday, 6 to 8. Heroes Headquarters. Inventors, creators of the HHPOV hip-hop point of view. We gotta let it be known, man. We created that brand. That's our joint.
Every week.
We letting it be known all the time. All the time.
All right, tell them who you are, brother.
Bravo, Captain.
Sounds good.
Shantae.
And then we got a special guest today by the name of
Dex Diamond.
Boom.
Dex Diamond.
What's good with y'all?
He's getting ready. He's getting ready. With a name like that, you gotta get ready. You gotta get ready.
Every radio station is different.
Heavy up in here. Slims, can you help him out for a second with his mic control? You know what I'm saying? He's a behind the scenes guy, not an artist. You know what I'm saying? There you go.
Yeah, we go.
There you go, all smooth. And coach is fixing up the phone and everything. Look at that, man. Look at the service you get when you come up in
VIP.
Studios love it.
HHPOV.
Yeah. Shout out to Slims.
What's for his snack? What snacks he get while he's on this? No snacks?
Nah, Slim said no. Slim said all the snack.
He like this bag of cookies is for me and only me.
Slim said snack money budget went into the reinvention.
Yeah.
The rug. There's a new rug, by the way.
Of the FLO Empire Network.
All right,
we got some pretty colors here.
Dex, talk to us, man.
Dex.
Man, talk to me, man. I'm here. Just ask me questions, man. Ask me what you want to know, man. I got real talk, real stories.
Yeah, first, before we get started real quick, you know what I'm saying? We just want to give a super RIP, SIP, silence for Combat Jack.
True.
You know what I'm saying? For passing away. It's such a, just a super great individual, human being.
Had his own lane created.
Said it created a lane that was
down
magical.
Held it down.
Made-
He been around longer than I've been around.
Exactly. And I ain't gonna lie, yo. He made me step my game up.
A lot of people.
He made me step up. Like, I really started understanding what needed to be done. Just, you know, talking to him sometimes, being around him, and then just what they created. So, you know. You'll be remembered. Let's get live. Let's get live now.
But can we have that one silence, brother?
Moment of silence.
All right,
There you go.
Come back, Jack.
Sleep in peace.
Yes. Dex Diamond
Yes,
is
sir.
in the building.
Sir, I'm here, man.
Adventures, music.
Adventures music.
Repping the future. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about.
Let me see one else.
I believe in visionaries, man, and I was fortunate to stumble across two visionaries that took the chance on me, and they took me with one of their visions. They took me, man. They showed me
The world.
another part of life, how to live. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
So now things catch up with everybody, and they had to reinvent themselves. And now they reinvented themselves. That's what I'm saying. You got to surround yourself with visionaries, with the right people doing the right things, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's green ain't green pasture.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
You can't. The fake grass look better than the real grass.
Exactly.
So
everything that's green ain't organic.
talking on that, I saw a little vid that Puffy had made back in the days, and he said you got to dream because you can't live in reality. Because if you just live in reality, all you're gonna have is what's there. But if you dream and you think about it and you see the vision, you gonna be hungry and try to achieve that vision.
Yeah.
And I it's crazy because I came up with a thing like last week. I was saying to myself, and I was like, yo, if you don't chase your dreams, then you're living in a nightmare.
Yeah, I like that.
No, that's true.
You got to stay consistent with it, though.
Yeah.
This was you, Bravo? You
can't bend.
Bravo made us up.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is deep thought.
Yeah, man.
Yo, I'm telling you, I'm on a whole nother thing, man.
This is 2018.
And 2018 gonna be a monster.
The funny thing is that we still in 2017. He's already working.
Listen, man.
That's how you do it, Bravo.
Yeah, man.
Adventures music is in 2020. It's in 2020, man.
That's
2020.
You got to understand what we got here. What we got here at Adventures music don't really exist.
Yeah.
And everybody gave iPhone the opportunity to build. They gave T-Mobile the opportunity to build. They gave whatever business it is an opportunity to build. All we asking at Adventures music is to give us the time to build.
Yes.
We might only have 2,000-3,000 artists on there, but who knows? In 4 or 5 years, we might have over 1 million artists on there.
Yeah.
What Chris Gotti's doing here with Adventures music, man, it's phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
That's why I'm all in, and I'm too far in to turn back now, man.
Yeah.
He's making the music industry as simple as Uber.
Ooh.
That's what's coming. He's gonna change the game. It's a lot of things I can't really talk about and say because we just got to do it. You know, he's been planning this company for like over 8 years, but it's been actually launched it like maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had a big launch out here in New York. You know, we've been out the road last year. I think we did 38 cities.
Yeah.
This
You
year
guys
we
been
probably
all
did
over
like
the place.
48 cities. And when we in these cities, like when we in these cities, we not in the posh places. We in the hood.
Yeah.
Because Chris taught me, and from my experience, we know that talent is found in the bottom. I don't care where you at in the game when you at your top.
Yeah.
You started out at the bottom. It's something about being at the bottom. It's nowhere out other than up.
Exactly.
So when you find that passion, especially if it's in music or acting, if you stay consistent, you're gonna lose friends and family.
Yeah.
But you got to stay consistent and believe in what you're doing and let them fall off.
Yeah.
That's why the reward is so great when you win. You know what I'm saying? Because you made all that sacrifice. When your family and your friends saying you crazy, why are you still doing this? And you lose everything.
Yeah.
But when you win, that reward is so great.
It's so,
I do
and
think
then they envy you.
It's about something about
It's
being from the bottom
sacrifices.
and being able to build and say that you have done that.
Yeah.
Instead of being at the top and you really ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah. And plus, like at the top, it's easy. It's already there. You know what I'm saying? When you at the bottom, you're figuring out. You're developing a system. You're creating, a path now in a lane, and you're more appreciative of it because it was yours. You know, you know exactly what it took to get there, you know, and it's a wonderful feeling. It's a stressful, wonderful feeling.
The reward is great for the sacrifice that you made.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. The sack of believing and giving up, letting everybody leave you and shun you, and you just stay consistent. Don't fold, don't bend. And when you win, that reward comes 10 times fold. And the same people who gave up on you, they are watching you now and envying you, and some turn to jealousy, but they didn't believe in your vision.
Yeah. Hey, man, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
It's always like that. Sometimes it's the closest people right there still don't believe it. You can paint it out for them, everything. They still just be like, yeah, but I don't know, you know. Yo, do your thing. I'm going to do my thing.
Yeah.
All right? I'm going to do my thing. And it's just the work. So let's start. Should we go back in time and get start from the beginning?
It's your show, man. I can answer every question, man. It's real talk, man.
I just want to make sure, you know what I'm saying. Some things you might not want to talk about.
I mean, if I can, I know how to do this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I'm a veteran at this. You know, I'm not the artist, but I worked with many artists, and part of working with these artists is showing them how to do radio.
Yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
How to do radio, man. It's very important how you do radio.
Especially a lot of interviews, they like attacking to those little topics that, you know, the artists will feel uncomfortable, but they got to know how to.
You got to know how exactly. You got to know how to put that mirror effect. You got to know how to segue into something. If you don't want to answer a question, just hit them with Chris Gotti, Lorenzo. Adventures Music presents the Independence album in stores now, available everywhere online. You know what I'm saying? You just carry it like that.
Go right into the promoting.
It's these little secrets
and
techniques. Got a concert
next week. Come through.
You know what I'm saying?
Things. All right. So let's get started from the beginning. It's murder. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I could bring you in the beginning of murder from the time that I came in. I came in just as they released Veni Vidi Vici, Child's album.
Okay.
I came in right after that was done.
Now, was that the second album?
That was his first album.
The first album. Okay.
Under Murder Inc. Def Jam banner. Yeah. That was that.
And you came in. So you basically came in at the beginning. Basically.
Yeah.
At the jump.
It was crazy how I got to Murder Inc. too. That's
how. Let's go, man. Let's go.
How did you? So let's tell us. How did you
crazy
get
how I
to
got
Murder
to Murder. I'm a Brooklyn dude. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how I got to Murder. I'm Brooklyn. I'm from the '90s. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the '90s. Shout out 9 Unc Strong. Shout out Mook Moolah.
Yeah.
We just had to, put
in,
man. That was one of my YGs. I actually managed his little brother. You know what I'm saying? Baby Rutland out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That
was a sad case with Mook, man. He didn't deserve that.
RP to that to Mook too. And it's crazy because, you know, not to jump off the topic, but when that happened, I heard about it. I was like, you know, kid shot him, bro. So I'm like, then when I heard it was Mook, I was like, wow.
Yeah, man.
Mook, he was doing so good. Like, he was doing so good.
Yeah, Mook.
And it just, that just came
that one hurt me, man. Yeah, I watched them dudes grow from little itty bitty kids, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's his name? Rowdy Rebel, all these guys. I watched these dudes grow up. These are my little YGs from the hood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but anyway, so how I got to Murder Inc. Man, they started giving out football numbers in these streets in New York City. I think Giuliani was the mayor. I needed a way out, something to do. I was always like a hood celebrity, you know, running around with Buster and, Little Sean, Destin, these artists back then. So one day, I was doing car stuff. I was doing car brokers, and I took Buster to go get one of his new cars. You know what I'm saying? I was getting Buster's cars. Me and my man Mark, shout out to him and shit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I mean, is this a PG?
It's okay. we can say the little curse words here.
So so one day, I went with Bus. We went to go see Hype Williams. So we went to Def Jam. That time, Def Jam was on Varick Street. Yeah. And Chris Lighty had his Violator office up in there. So I used to be rolling with Busty. Said we're gonna go see Lighty and we're gonna see Hype Williams about this new video because Hype was supposed to be this new dude coming out and everything. So when I'm up there, Bus went in the office. So I'm standing out in all these cubicles and I'm looking around. This is my first time in a record label. Yeah. So my imagination of a record label was a bunch of Jewish and white people in suits running this music game. But when I got in there and I really stood up there for 5 minutes looking around, I realized I see me and you and her in the building. So I'm like, wait a minute. they look like me. How they doing that and I can't do that?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when Bus came out, we rolling, doing what we do. I said, yo, Bus, what up? Give me a job up in there. I want to be up in the music game. Everybody want to be in the music game. He said, like, Bus kept it real. He's like, yo, D, I can't get you a job up there, but when you with me, I'm going to introduce you to people, and then the rest is on you.
Yeah, you got to do the rest.
Yes.
So, you know, another time we went up there again, and I'm up in there. I'm standing up there again, and this big man came up to me. He said, yo, where's the coffee machine? Or something to that effect. And I said, I don't know. I don't work here. So he looked at me like, oh, you don't work here? What you doing here? I said, I'm with Busta Rhymes. He's in there with Chris Light. He said, oh, all right. He said, what you do? That time I was in the streets, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, I'm
just doing my
thing.
I'm doing my thing.
So you ever thought about being in the music industry? I said, man, I'd love to be in the music industry. Because I'm seeing all these, I'm seeing you and I'm seeing you and I'm seeing you in there.
Yeah.
So he said, man, if you ever going to be in the music industry, the best position I think to be in is promotions. I'm like, why?
Okay.
He said, that's the only position you have to justify why you're in the office. Because if you're doing promotions, what are you doing in the office all the time? It's not a paper, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I kept that. Took that away. You know, I'm doing whatever we doing in life. So I had a cousin, he was running with Funkmaster Flex that time. That time Flex had Dope on Plastic. I don't know if people knew that before, franchise and all that type of stuff. He was doing street team work and stuff like doing that type of stuff. Tunnel was popping. So my cousin, you know, said, come fuck with me. And, you know, I'm a G. I got paper. I got cars and everything. And I'm carrying records for Flex. Them time we was carrying crates. Me, Cypher, a couple of dudes at Big Cap. This was like some of the team. There's a couple other dudes that just the name just didn't come to me right now. You know what I'm saying? So I was carrying them records for a little while, you know, getting in the club, being with Flex, being in the limelight, you know what I'm saying? It matches my street cred now and everything. But I quickly noticed that the ceiling was low at Dope or Plastic on franchise.
Yeah.
No room for growth. Right? So I'm like, damn, I can't keep carrying records. This ain't me. I got dudes like these. Why you carrying them crazy, my nigga?
Yeah, especially when you
they can't see where I'm heading. I got my own vision. I'm in my own lane. I'm trying to find myself. You see what I'm saying? So that didn't work. So then I met this other kid named Dazon. He used to be in the tunnel all the time. Dazon. He's like, yo, I'm doing street team over there at Murder Inc. You should come. I'm doing street team over there at Murder Inc. I'm like, I heard of, you know, I ain't paid no mind. Cause my other man told me like, I was somewhere traveling with Buster and I heard Kevin Lyle say, the quickest way into a corporation is through the mailroom. Yeah. Because you're gonna see all the job listings. Yeah. You're gonna be up on the floor talking to people. They're gonna get to know you if you got personality and they see you can familiarize yourself with the work. Exactly. When you see that job opportunity come, you step to them. You got a little relation, a little friendship, and might rock with you. So anyway, I get up there. I get up on the Def Jam street team. That time, Rob Love is the man up there. You know what I'm saying? He's doing this thing. He has some other dudes there with him. Their names pass me right now, but it might come to me. So I start doing some street team work. First assignment I came through, we had Chris Rock was going to be at the Apollo. Wow. We was doing that promotion. We was doing the Violator promotion for the Violator album with everybody, Missy, My Son. That's how my path crossed with My Son.
Okay.
I respect him to this day.
That's the beginning.
Yeah, that's how I first know about him. That's how far I go back to knowing about My Son.
These some good history lessons.
Things like that. So anyway, so we got jobs to do. Spanish Puerto Rican Day Parade was coming up. We had one of them big U-Hauls full of so much, I mean like probably a couple $1 million worth of promotional items, yo. Yeah. And we just giving them away. Shout out to my man Umar. Umar was one of the dudes. He was down with the Def Jam Street. That was one of Russell Simmons' OG friends too. And said, my brother Umar. You know what I'm saying?
Dr. Umar?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Umar put me on to a lot of G back then, 15, 18, 20 years ago. This is how long I've been doing this. I've been with Chris and Irv them probably close to 20 years already. You know what I'm saying? I'm still doing stuff with them. So anyway, we doing this Def Jam stuff. So these dudes, Rob Love and his team, they had this protocol over there at Def Jam. This is hilarious. This is real talk. Shout out Rob Love. That's my dude right now too. You know what I'm saying? That street team don't interact with the artists. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Now,
you said this was a rule?
This is what they had over there, the Def Jam street team at that time. Shout out to Rob Love and these other dudes who was running that shit.
This was a time when street teams
didn't fraternize with help.
Was like they own joint.
Yeah, they don't fraternize with the help. That's not what you're here for. You're here to work for the artist, but you don't fraternize with them.
I get it.
Now, I didn't have a problem with that. Only thing that I had some street celebrity already with me. And I knew most of these artists that's coming through this building and some of these execs. So when they see me in the elevator, they be like, yo, what up, D, what up? I could be with Rob Love or executive on the Def Jam promotional team, but they felt kind of way sometimes because I was getting love, but my love was coming because I had love in the streets.
From the beginning.
In the street. The music didn't make me who I was. I already had, you know what I'm saying? I was already popping in Brooklyn and in little places
I was already popping.
I was just trying to not go to jail, my dude. They was giving out football numbers. You see, and dudes was snitching.
Right.
Yes.
I had to come out of that
Yes.
to find another lane. You see what I'm saying? You got to know, it's like Kenny Rogers. You got to know when to fold, when to walk away. I live by that whole as a principle, that Kenny Rogers record, The Gambler.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of knowledge and discipline in that song. He tells you got to know when to fold, when to
Shout
fold,
out
when
to
to
Kenny
hold.
Rogers for dropping jewels.
You gotta incorporate some of these things. So anyway, so they had that rule. So now, a lot of people that was doing street team, they young and they groupies.
Yeah.
I'm a seasoned dude already, but I'm finding out from different factors, from like Wes Johnson, pull my coat, Kevin Lyles pull my coat. So I'm looking at game that they put me onto, and I'm working my own lane. So when I come on the street team now, if my assignment is to do this, listen, I don't play.
Yeah.
The best, quick, and I'm ready.
Yeah.
So now I was doing that, and I find myself up in the VIP room where y'all at, where all the rappers, everybody at, and I'm getting love up there. Here comes, the Def Jam street team director, like, yo, what you doing up here? Because they didn't know me, really. They don't know me. You see what I'm saying? I'm just another idiot, I guess, to them at the time. They don't know me. So, hey, what you doing? You can't be up here. You street team. I act like I ain't even hear these dudes, man. I grabbed the champagne bottle, I'm drinking. So now they got another thing where we used to go to dinner after work. We pick a restaurant, we go sit down. You got $7 on your budget to order. So everybody, I'm cool. I got my own money. When they ask me what I'm getting, depending on where we at, I'm getting let me get a steak medium well with eggs and Welch's cheese. And everybody, all the other kids on the team, they looking like, who the hell this dude? What make him so special? They don't know that I'm going to pay for my stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so they don't know that.
Yeah.
So then that started causing problems with the Def Jam directors. So, excuse me, it's real talk. So one day, these dudes had me up, I think, on the 20-something floor in Def Jam bathroom, right? And these dudes are like, yo, it's like three of them. My dude, Les, some other dude from Oakland, California, was running the team. I forgot his name right now, right? They was like, yo, you don't be following protocol, man. It's a chain of command. You know what I'm saying? And you seem like you have a problem with that shit, you know what I'm saying? So at the same time, now I got a call from my man Dazon about a couple of days later saying like, yo, my cousin called me and told me like, yo, my man Dazon called me, said they got this label upstairs called Murder Inc. and Def Jam. They about to go out on tour and they looking for somebody to go out to do promo and stuff with them. You want to do it? I'm flex. I'm on. I don't work. I pay. But yeah, I'm doing it. I'm down. Told me where to be, whatever. So I told them dudes from Def Jam. They was like, yeah, you should go up there and mess with them. The reason they was telling me to go up there and mess with them, because
they didn't want you to be around them.
They didn't want me to be around them. And at the time, if you know the history, that's the same time that Irv was putting out his second album, the Murderers album.
Yeah.
And we had a song called Fuck the Police and stuff like that. And we was on the news about this gangster rap label. And I believe Def Jam had a little funny feeling.
So basically, they was trying to oust you.
They was ousting
putting you out
smoothly
there.
And
then also on some, like, we're going to put them with a label that's like really not shaky.
It's not gonna make it.
They're not gonna make it. So we get rid of
everybody. So we get rid of everybody one shot. That's what that was.
That's a disrespect.
But it backfired.
It sure did.
Def Jam ain't want to really give Irv the money to go out there and do that promotion. He had his money from signing X and everybody Def Jam and the budget, and he took the chance. So I'm saying, sometimes when everybody give up on you, you can't fold, you can't bend.
True.
And he believed in his vision, and he put that money out there. And he had a team, and we went out there, and everything they said about Murder Inc. we proved them wrong. We turned out to be gentlemen. We turned out to be real dude. We turned out to have hot music, on time for radio, on time for our shows. You know what I'm saying? Everything right. So while we out there on the road now, you know, Chris and Irv say to me like, yo, when we get back, you know, don't be no stranger, you know. We like how you move. If you want to come on. That time I had a restaurant in the hood.
Yeah.
I was selling food in the tunnel on Sunday nights. If you ever been in the tunnel back in the day,
you was one of those guys.
That's my restaurant.
You was one of those guys.
So,
all right.
So Tunnel is a club that opened up at 7 o'clock for people who don't know.
Man.
And the security, like 100 security dudes, right? They come in. They get their food quickly. They buy 2 sets of food. One to eat now because they ain't get to eat enough. And one to take later on when they leave because the club's closed.
What type of food?
Man, I had every that West Indian.
West Indian food?
Jerk chicken. They had another person did it before me too.
It was a truck or actually brick
I
and
was
mortar?
in the back of the tunnel behind the stage on the side.
Yo,
of the
bro,
tunnel.
you know why? You know why, bro? Because now that you said that, it puts it out there because they used the bouncers used to be, you know, checking the line and eating, and there wasn't nothing out there. And I'm like,
where he got that from?
Like, I'm like, yo, where they got it? I was coming early because I was always trying to get early, get the drink early. You know what I'm saying? We'll drink up, get our drink on, then come and get in because I didn't want no hassle. Because I already know by like 10 o'clock you getting dead. Unless you're a celebrity, you're done.
Right.
You're done. They not letting you in there.
So I had all these things going on. So you know, I started rocking. Came up there and I was director of the street team.
Yes.
When I came off tour and I went up there. How I got that, Dazon moved from director of the street team to Ja Rule's DJ. And I was under him coming up doing stuff. So now when I took over, you really seen some different stuff going on there at Murder Inc. with all the stuff that was going on. You know, I take credit to a lot of shit that changed in the music industry that came out of that Def Jam building. Just the hustle of the way they promoted.
You should.
I could tell you straight up. This is
That
facts,
was your
right?
influence.
This is facts from other street team dudes on Rockefeller, on Def Jam and everything. They was having meetings saying like, yo, whatever the Murder Inc. dudes is doing, that's what the fuck y'all do.
Yeah.
Because you know, I was ill with it. I used to have my team out 4 o'clock in the morning. We on the Interborough. We on the Queensboro. Everywhere I know Irv had to drive to get into Manhattan, Leo Cohen, all these other things. I made sure I had shit, not just in a simple place, but in some intricate, strategical places. Because there was other teams would pull your stuff down and put their stuff up. So I had to put mine where they not going to do what I'm going to do. And I had to be strategic. I had to get areas that, because back then, most street teams, when you walk down the block, when you come, the block used to be littered with papers all over the floor, right?
Right.
Remember that all these flyers all over the floor? It's stuff like that that changed the game in the poster board, because dudes was having poster board wars.
Yeah.
But they had to respect Murder Inc., because we wasn't playing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was Bad Boy, Murder Inc., Rockefeller. We was making noise in them streets with these poster boards. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my
man Gav and
shout
Lava,
out to my man
Bobby
Super Mario
Simmons.
rocking out for Bad Boy.
It was
street team. You know what I'm saying?
Man, June Balloon and all that.
Yeah, shout out to June.
You told us about that street team.
We was all out at one time. Street team was serious, man.
Yeah.
It was territorial, man.
There was a time.
Man, Shampoo still rock out.
Yeah, Shampoo still rock.
Yeah. There was a time when the street team, to me, because I was so fascinated with, like, you know, it was that time when you was growing up, hip hop was fun. Street team was just as important as the album. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? From the artist, like, you wanted to see the posters, you wanted to see the flyers, so you could be like, yo, I'm copping that. And you go buy an album and got a flyer or got a poster with you that you took. I was taking stuff off. I was ripping. It was just so dope.
He was one of those guys.
Yeah.
Nah,
he just said he was ripping them off.
No, I was taking
some
it.
people was ripping them off to take home, to put on rooms and stuff like that.
I was taking it home because I was so fascinated with that, and I really got caught onto it because my man Gabby. He used to work with Steve Rifkin.
Oh, okay.
He did Loud and everything. Shout out to Gabby.
General.
Yes.
Dudes,
it was just that. Like, it was just, it made hip hop, and that's why like today, there's really no fun in hip hop no more.
We're about to bring that back. Chris Gotti Add Venture's music about to bring that back. We mixing the old with the new.
Street team.
You got to bring back that grassroots, man. You got to mix the past with the present to know the future.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Everybody trying to talk. I could dudes come on my page talking about you can't be 50 going to the studio talking about you making a record. Why is you putting age on the music? Music is timeless.
So you also can't be 12.
But it's only
it's the new
rap.
generation saying. Yeah, it's
rap.
only rap saying that. There's a lot of
rap.
these new younger people saying that because, man, the OG's been missing for a while. OG's been missing in the streets. OG's been missing in the game. It got to the point where these youngins, man, they don't want to take physical education from us. Yeah, they want to take it from TV.
Yeah,
right. They want to take it from magazines and the social networks, and that's what's wrong.
And they think, yes, exactly, and don't want to sit down.
Music is good.
I keep telling people since December started, 2018 is the year of the male and female OGs. The world is spiraling out of control because everybody's into this technology and social media. Everybody, a lot of people, we living in the matrix, but you got to know when to come out of the matrix. You got to know when to unplug and be in reality. So you need the OGs to bring people back to reality, and people need to stop fronting and stay in your lane. Because, you know, Adventures Music, you just can't come to Adventures Music. Adventures, we here for education. And a lot of people running from education. Yeah. And that's what they need. That's why they not winning in the music industry now. Yeah. It takes education. It takes the ability to read and understand. It's easy to make a record. It's easy to make a video. It's easy to live that lifestyle. We see everybody perpetrating and doing it.
Exactly.
The thing is, you got to know who to perpetrate to and when to stop perpetrating, man. Yes. You can't walk up to certain people and tell them like, yo, you popping in your city. Your video got 100,000 views. Do you know how much you get per stream?
Yes.
Do you know how much streams it take to make $1?
Like less than a penny.
So you basing yourself maybe on numbers like $600. You basing your career on $600.
Yeah.
Like Khaled said something a long time ago, these new artists talking about y'all putting in work. They not working.
They not.
Man, listen here. We used to have to go out there and staple. We used to have to go out there, Coach, you know. We used to go out there and staple poster boards and flyers and do this and put it smack in people's face. So people think because the internet, you could just post it and it could reach a lot of people. It's missing the right people too.
Thank you.
You still got to mix grassroots. This is what we trying to. All we trying to do with Adventures Music, man, is educate the independent artists so that they know how to navigate and move it through this digital landscape and the digital distribution. That's all.
That's good that you say that, because I think one of my favorite parts, like I say about my team, is because they're older than me, I'm learning and I'm willing to learn and educate. Like they bring in DJs, you know, producers, and I'm like, wow, I've never heard of them, but I don't feel ashamed of that because when they come and they tell stories like this, I'm sitting here at the edge of my seat like, tell me more. I want to learn. I want to hear these stories in the studio, how you made that track and what happened with that beat. And I'm like, wow, so you produced for that person, and this is exactly what happened, not what we heard from social media. And I'm like, these artists, and that's another reason why I love Rule, because I'm like, to me, that's what I grew up on, and that's history. Like, you created a different lane, and we don't want to create different lanes anymore.
And thank you.
We don't want to do that.
Because I get into this all the time. And I'm not knocking the new generation.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking them because they're here, so it's nothing you can do about it. But the thing is just be informed. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Have some information of what you're getting into, what you're about, what you're representing, because at the end of the day, the higher ups and the powers that be still control it, and they're gonna control it as long as you're naive to it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? As long as you stay naive and ignorant to it, they're gonna control it. So you can make this money. Yeah, they say somebody said something real slick. I think at the beginning of the year, and I always think about it, and I say it to people, and they be like, "Yo, I'm getting that bag. I'm chasing that bag." And he said, "You getting the bag? You chasing the bag? Don't you want to be the one that creates the bag?"
Create the bag.
And I was like, "That's it right there." Like, and they don't get that.
So they say, "I want to get a bag."
It's a lot they don't get.
Owning. They don't get owning. You gotta own it. You gotta own it.
For you to call it your own. Because
Yes.
people say, "Oh, I brought the bag, or I have a bag, so I own it."
Exactly.
Listen.
And you're dealing with digital. You know what I'm saying? So I know you have some knowledge in the digital field of distribution that we don't know, and I don't know. And I always want, and I've been trying to figure this out, and we're gonna ask this right now. This streaming, so like, you go platinum, streaming. They're like, oh, you went 3 times platinum, you stream. How? Because to me it seems it is easier, but how do you dictate and how do you calculate the streaming to go to be certified platinum? As in back in the days, you had to actually sell
Record.
1 million product to be platinum. So how did that go?
Honestly, I really don't even know if they know how, cause they still trying to figure this out. Listen to me. From what I understand, right, in old record label, in traditional record label business, in contracts at that time, there was no verbiage or anything for streaming content and how you collect money on that. Okay. You see what I'm saying? They didn't know that, because you gotta remember going back when, what's his name? Not Steve Jobs, Napster guy. That had Napster. I forgot his name passes me. We speak about him all the time.
Yeah.
He came and said, came to the record label and said, yo, I want to give away music for free. And they all looked at him like, get the fuck out of my office.
Exactly.
Because they know that's how you're going to give away something for free. That's how we keep our lights on.
Exactly.
And they didn't take him serious at the time. Who would have? I don't even think Irv and Chris took him serious at that time when they heard that. Everybody was against me. I mean, look at where we at now.
It's free. Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. You got to understand, when you're a visionary, not everybody going to see what you see.
And
And
it's
the
okay.
masses are not even going to, they're going to say you crazy, you bugging.
Yeah.
But when it blows up, when it works, then everybody come running. Now, how they count that, I honestly really don't know to the technicality of how they count that to say how you come up a certified platinum. But I can't get you that answer, though.
Yo, please, because
I can't get you.
It's bugging me. It is really bugging me, because I'm seeing people and they're like, yo, he like Young M.A. She just went 3 times platinum. They certified her 3 times platinum. Cardi B is platinum as well.
BX.
3 times, right? 3 times as well.
Yeah, right now.
You know,
Cardi.
but my thing is, how do you say somebody, because a stream is technically, you don't have to listen to the whole song.
You gotta
right?
listen to, I think,
like 1 minute,
14 seconds.
1 minute, 15
something
or
almost
something,
like the same as how to get a spin on radio, it has to play for X amount of time.
Yeah.
Maybe something for the trackers to spin.
Like a minute,
So my
14.
thing is, how do you say that you went platinum and somebody, they really didn't go and get the product? You know what I'm saying? They just clicked on it and you listen.
Well, that's how you kind of got
So
algorithms and analytics that determine that. You know,
but do you think that, like, the people in charge, like the labels in charge, because nobody is fully aware of how this is working, that they're cheating the system away, where they're getting their money, they're giving you allowance, like, here, you did this, great job, but they're taking, like, you don't know how much money you actually generated.
So let me ask you, how do you know how much the Bitcoin is really worth? But everybody's buying it and is going crazy about it, right? The average artist does not know how they get paid. They just know they get money. Ask them how they get paid. They can tell you, I do shows, I guess I stream and people download and stuff, but they don't know how they get paid.
Right.
There's more ways
they can't put an equation together, like I do this.
There's
to get
more
that.
ways
Okay.
to get paid digitally than there was traditionally.
Slims has just brought to my attention, he looked up some things right now. He says,
Professor Slims.
according to the RIAA, they say 1,500 streams equals 1 album sale. Up-to-date
1,500
gold and
1,500.
equals one
One.
sale.
One sale.
That's one sale of what, the album at $1.99, a single at $1.09. If you're going platinum on a single,
Yes.
right? So that answers your question right there.
So that means if MA did 3 times platinum, in hard copy, it's almost one-time plaque.
Now RIA give you plaques for different countries too.
Yeah.
Cause I got a few. Canada 10,000 I think is platinum or something like that. I got these plaques hanging on my wall from Canada and different places for all these different albums that we got, and they for different amount of things.
I'm gonna just say this is why we gotta own it, cause you technically you really don't know. They're just giving you something for some work. You know, it's a job. They're just paying you, and you don't really know the value of your work.
The music business like this, man. You wake up, you want to be an artist, go get a digital distribution deal. Then go get a producer, then make a record, then make a video, then submit it, then put it out, then promote it. People be doing shit ass backwards. They do everything else and put it out and then want to go do the business. This is backwards. When you in a penny business, you can't afford to miss your pennies.
Yes.
Right? When you on a traditional record label, they invest in money. That's why they build up this big hype for that first week, because they want to see if they get back the majority of their money as soon as possible. Then they know how to relax and they can invest more of that.
Yeah.
When you on digital, ain't nobody expecting your album.
Okay.
So you don't got who knows that this person that nobody knows album is coming out? Where's the pressure? These artists are making pressure on themselves. These artists, these producers are overthinking the traditional music business into the digital era, into digital distribution. They mixing them up. They're kind of the same, but it's different ways you got to deal with it. And they don't understand that people took all these years trying to figure out how to get into the traditional record label. Now that they know how to get into it, it took a turn for them with digital.
And now
a lot of people is refusing. I say refusing to abandon traditional to figure out digital. They said, man, I'm going to try. It took me too long to get here for me to abandon this to start over and try it. I'm going to try this right here. And they don't get nowhere.
Yes.
You got to read. It's about the business now. And Chris Gotti with Adventures Music has made it so simple for the artist. And in 2018, it's going to be even simpler. You're just going to pick up your cell phone and do everything from your phone.
And that's it.
Everything. Sign your deal, pick your date. If you already got your music on file, you can upload it from your phone to it. Request a certain date of when you want to drop. You understand?
Okay.
But the only way you get paid is to have your business in order.
Yes. And y'all teach this.
Yes, but let me ask you a question. How do you get young black musician people in the music game to want to take the education? How do you get them there? How do you get them in the room? Without putting up big lights and fronting
and
perception
that's
fake
that's
stuff.
another thing that I've been trying to figure. That's another thing that I've been trying to figure out.
You gotta put a bag.
Put a bag in front, like, come on, come in.
We travel the country and we do seminars, right?
Yes.
We do showcases. We really don't want to call ours showcase because showcase has been watered down and fugazied out and scammed out. So when they hear showcase, some people are like, that's just another scam. We really like to use the word artist contest because when you come to our showcases, it's conducive to what the artist is trying to do. You come up, you got to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
So when our showcase, we charge like $200 basically for you to perform on our stage. For one, we have our cameras there that get you over 5 million uniques of people seeing you performing or talking to us or whatever. That's one of the things you get. You get to perform and try to win a major digital distribution deal, which comes with either a video package, an internet radio package, or some type of startup to help you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These guys look at it, they got these sneakers on, these Italians this and this goals, this and that. Say, yo, $200, you get a chance to win, or you can pay $300 and just come on the platform and start your business.
Yeah.
It's called Add Ventures. Add your business to ours. We have a lane that people seeing already. Just get on this lane. But a lot of them don't want to invest in it. Oh, I ain't got that money. But they buying weed every day.
You got the money. You got the money. You just don't want to spend. Yeah, the priorities.
You know, they say things like, "Yo, you just can't give us a hookup. We could change the whole label. So if you that good, invest in yourself. That's what's wrong. They don't want it. They want to invest in the wrong thing.
And that pair of sneakers that you have on is $300 probably.
It is. It ain't no problem. It is.
Because I went sneaker shopping this break and I'm like,
whoa,
what is going on?
It is.
You know,
it is now.
It's a business, and people just, I don't know. I think some people are in this business just because they want to be hood famous.
Yes.
And they just want to be able to be in, like, if they're in New York, just saying, for instance, they want to be a little popular so that they can get into the club.
That's it.
So that DJ Self can shout them
out. They're doing it for the perks.
Stuff like that.
They're doing it for the little perks.
Yeah. But they're not. But we got artists. I travel all over the country. I got artists that nobody know them, and they getting checks and they doing shows and they moving around.
That's the best way.
You know, one of the things I try to tell these artists is like, listen here, man. If you love music, right, and that's what you want, that's your passion, do it. Stop thinking that you got to make $1 million. Like your favorite artist didn't just start making $1 million. They crawled, they worked, they built. Yeah. People just want to get in the game and just think they gonna get it.
They want to get in and be that person once they step through the door.
Listen to
and
me.
skip.
When I first
everything.
started this thing, man, with Rule and Irv, them, we was doing chicken circuit clubs, traveling all over the East Coast by tour bus, pulling up in these little clubs. You know what I'm saying? Sharing rooms.
Yes.
And then about 6 months, man, I started having my own limo come to my crib and pick me up.
It's real.
White man standing at the door, opening my door. When I get off the plane in a different market, I'm coming down, there's a white man or somebody holding a sign with my name.
Dex.
People judging me on the plane, like, who's this little thug dude or this little black nigga or whatever they want to think of me. But when we walking down and you see all them white dudes holding them things, and you see me walk up to it, and the white man, let me take your bag, these white dudes looking, and they like, who the fuck is he?
Can I grab that, Mr. Diamond?
You know, it's a process, man. It's a process.
Yeah, it is.
It's a process, and everybody want to jump the process. Everybody want to take the
shortcut.
Skip it,
yeah. Shortcut. And two questions, real quick. Well, one question, but I just want to hit back to something. Freeway. I remember I seen Freeway.
Shout out to Freeway.
Shout out to Freeway.
Freezer.
Easy on it. He on his work now.
I respect Freeway. He has never stopped. Right, Freeway has not stopped. I seen Freeway performing on YouTube one time. He performed in a club, and I swear it was only 10 people there.
And he gave it to him.
And he gave it to them like he was at the height of his career on the rock.
He's a professional.
And he was doing it. And somebody was like, "Oh, his career is over. His career is over." And I was like, "You bugging?" I said, "Yo, don't you know that this guy? He got 3 joints." He had 3 songs on Grand Theft Auto. Mm-hmm. I said, "Yo, the guy's getting video game money.
Yeah.
It's a whole different
That's a big
ball game.
He up there with Rock Nation too.
It's a different ball game." I said, "Yo, my man," and I always believe once you're in the industry, you can never lose out because you already gotten your foot in the door and you've already established relationships and connections. Mm-hmm. So if you fall off, that's because you wanted to. But you can't fall off because you always going to be placed with an opportunity. Yeah, as long as you keep them relationships.
That opportunity.
Right. As long as you keep them relationships, you're always going to have an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? The question I want to ask you is, how do you feel? Do you think that if they was to bring back A&Rs, would it change the game?
That was my good question, man.
I don't know if it would change the game, but it would probably help some of these independent artists who have the talent, but don't have the business knowledge or the experience, man. People got to start teaming up, man. You know who's taking a hurt in the music game? Producers. Producers are taking a hurt.
Credit no more.
We get no credit.
But we have something for producers at Adventures Music. Yeah. Tell them to holler at Jalil Beats and ask him what Chris Gotti did for him. Producers are hurt. Producers is making money when people charging $20 for a beat to lease the beat and $200 to own it. Yeah. What producers need to do is stop crying, make some hot tracks, find them artists that you want to work with, say, come here, get on this, produce the track, produce.
Produce.
And then you ain't got to pay. Listen here, it's 100% on publishing, right? I'm taking 50 for producing. I'm gonna give you 10 or 15 for your verses. We make money, you get your splits. It's legit. Remember I tell you it's about business now.
Yes.
So you put in them split sheets when you turn in.
Yes.
That's why artists, I tell you, got to get your publishing and all these type of things. They ain't gonna respect you if you don't have these things. How can
And
they?
know if you don't know about it.
Yeah. You know, you got to have these things in order. That's what producers need to do. Make tracks and stop letting them tracks sit in them hard drive because all they doing is collecting dust every month when they could be collecting some type. Every song has a value. How much value? I don't know until you put it out. But
it
every
has
song
some-
has a value. And a bunch of songs together
Round of applause.
has some value.
Round of applause,
I like
please.
that.
Add Ventures.
Add
music.
Ventures.
Listen to me, you producers, man,
Sound good.
get at us, man. We have a program
good.
for producers that help you get money while you sleep.
Sound good, sounds good, forever good. Our music director / producer,
Yeah.
who made the jingle for our
Yeah,
intro,
for our
who
intro.
has done some. Can you give him some of your production
Listen,
credits?
listen
Give him
to
some
me.
of your credits. So
Why
he
don't you
knows.
put out an album? Come on Adventures Music and produce an album. Find you 10 artists, put 2 on each song and put out a 5-song EP through Adventures Music. Give everybody their splits, no money changing. You get on this song, here's your 10, you work out whatever. It's
Right.
publishing. However you do that, you do that.
I mean, I'm
That's your
always
business.
on some 50-50.
You know, it's like
50-50
you do
where
what Khaled is doing. Why not? Do what he's doing. All
But
you
I-
need is distribution.
in Adventure Music, do you teach all the businesses for producers that don't have no knowledge of the business aspect of it?
Yeah, education is one of the
Right.
things that we do.
I would say some of the seminars.
Yeah, at the seminar
Very
we address
informational.
one thing Chris Gotti like at our seminar, he like people to ask questions.
Yep.
This dude would stay there for 3 days if you got questions.
Chris, when you
He's
come
passionate
on
about
here, we asking questions.
Oh,
Yeah.
We asking questions, man.
I got him up. I got him
Yeah,
up
get
there
Chris
for
up
y'all.
here. I got some
him for
questions
y'all.
for him.
That's not a problem. Shout out to the CEO. Chris
Shout
is
out to
Chris is
shout
in
out
the
to
streets.
him,
He's-
man.
He's in
And
the
I think
streets.
that a lot of people are fearful of that because then they see, oh, Chris Gotti, I don't have a question because I've been to a few seminars where people they're intimidated. They
They're
don't ask
intimidated by
anything.
that.
Meanwhile,
Now-
I'm up there. I'm not an artist, but I'm like, so how do you do this? How do you do that? And then I'm like, you should be the one that
You know what it is though,
ask
but
him, not me.
coach, you know why though they do that is because as an artist, they don't want to put it out there like they don't know something. You feel what I'm saying?
Have to
and
get
that's
over-
why
that's
they,
your
that's
ego.
why they
I
do
have-
it.
That's your first step,
I still
your
have to
ego.
come in artist defense in some of this too, in the artist defense. As an artist, you're not supposed to have to concentrate on business.
Yeah.
You only supposed to concentrate on creativity.
True.
Because you need to be in that zone.
Yes.
And you're supposed to have people surrounding you. What we tell people is like, you might not need a manager, but maybe a brother, a sister, a cousin, a close friend.
To help you
that
out.
you know that they have your best interest. That if they do something in your interest and it don't go right, they didn't do it because they trying to cheat you out of something or something. They did it because they taking a chance. They just like you. They don't know no better. They trying to learn. I didn't always know everything that I know. I've been doing this for 20-something years. That's why everything could roll off my tongue. Seem like I didn't know everything at one time. I had to sit back and watch.
But you wanted to learn it.
I ain't had no choice but to learn. It was right there in front of me. I see at Murder Inc., we was a close family. When Irv had meetings with Def Jam 911, his team went in there. His assistant went in there. Marketing went in there. Promotion went in there. Which promotions is radio and, new media, all that. That was me and my man. Shout out to Tariq, my man Jose Lopez
So
was
that's
with
a-
us. Shout out
that's-
to Polo.
So that's a meeting setup.
Yeah.
Give us because
'Cause Gotti's
these are
the-
things that we want to know.
Gotti's the type of CEO. Irv is the CEO. He gives you your position, your job, and he don't micro fucking manage you.
Yeah.
You say you can do it, he's gonna give you the ball to run the play. You run the play and you score, he gonna keep giving you the ball to run.
Yeah.
You fumble too many times, we gotta
sit you on the
put
bench.
you on the bench.
You got a practice squad. Now you in a practice squad.
You know what I'm saying? So when he went into the meetings and Steve Bartles or Kevin Lyles or Leo was asking the question, Irv is the CEO, he'll look at who's supposed to answer that question. He'll say Tariq, or he'll say Dex, or
Yeah.
he'll say Dan Tan.
Yeah. So he
And
wouldn't
we
answer.
step up and we answer that.
Okay.
We answer that question. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how we was. So
Because
it's
that was
hard
your
not-
job.
So I'm in this meeting when we shooting videos.
Yes.
Irv is behind the camera like this, watching Benny Boom, Hype, Professor X, all these videos, he's watching them. So if I'm seeing the boss doing that, I'm behind the boss shoulder doing this. That's why I'm a jack of all trades, master none inside this music game. But these days it seems like I master it because nobody wants to learn the education, so a lot of people don't know the business. So that separates me from a lot of people. I don't care if you're working at Def Jam right now. You're not doing some of the things that I'm doing here.
I think the people working at Def Jam definitely not doing it because they're new. Yeah. They ain't got that experience. A lot of people working in the industry right now, besides the Coens and the lot, you know what I'm saying, besides them, all these other people, they're just getting in there. Like I said, they do it for the perks. They get in there because they want to get in the
and
clubs.
It ain't no
they
perks.
Want to get to certain things and this and this and that. I think we get more perks than a lot of people.
Let me say, the perks. Listen to me. The perks ain't there in the music industry like it was, man.
Yeah,
it was
it's
perks.
Not. Yeah. It definitely. Yeah.
Listen to me. I can't speak for them other labels. We was in that Def Jam building, man. It's nothing but black cars was in Def Jam. I'm like, I had so much black cars, man. I sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I'm telling on myself, I'd have a black car that picked me up from the airport. Say I just got back from Chicago, and I landed in New York on a Sunday at 5 o'clock. Sun is still up. This car is taking me home in the hood, right? You know I'm not going straight. Yo, stop at the corner store. I got to get something. So they can see the white man coming open up the door for me. Yo, D, what's my dude,
King? That was your perk.
But I was putting in work.
Yeah.
I had a company credit card. You know what I'm saying? Paying all the gas, paying car insurance, all this stuff would come. As long as you had your money at the end of it, it's American Express. As long as you had your money at the end of the month,
you're good.
You're good. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of family it was at Murder Inc. If you was in trouble, you needed some help, Irv and Kristen would help you. People ask me why I'm so loyal to these dudes. This is the reason why I'm loyal to these. The feds came and raided our office. Yeah. Right? While we was in Vegas on a hoorah. You know what I'm saying? We was doing Fox first. That's the first time Fox had their Rockin' Eve. Yeah. We did the very first Fox thing, right? We got back to New York. We heard they raided. Don't go to the office. They raided the office, whatever. They found a weapon in my office. Found a gun in my office. You know, feds like, that's not what we came here for. Don't worry about that, because they took our computers and everything. Yeah. They figured they gonna find whatever they looking for inside these shits to really nail Irv and Chris them down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they must have not turned out like that. They ain't have what they want. So this time now, I'm out in L.A. I'm staying in L.A. Me, my man Tariq, Cadillac Ty, and I think Black Child, if I'm correct, or something like that. We was on the West Coast working Murder Inc. Records from the West for like 3 months, just traveling over here, living in the company mansion. These are some of the perks, you know what I'm saying? These dudes got
company mansion. Yeah.
Company mansion.
I never knew that.
Company mansion, the murder mansion.
Murder mansion. That's what we call it.
Murder mansion.
Let's give it up for some murder money.
You know what I'm saying? It was like that. I mean, we was living, you know what I'm saying? So I'm out there. The day after 3 months, these dudes know where I'm at, because from hindsight, they was tapping our SkyTels, our phones, all type of shit like that, right? So from hindsight now, I know that. So anyway, the day that I'm going back to New York, me, Cadillac Ty, and Tariq is in the limousine. And it just pulled off from the property and turned out to go on, Sherman Oaks Boulevard or something in Encino, right? And the limousine stopped. So, it got the partition and shit. We back there talking like, we get back to New York. It's going to be on. Driver, what's going on? So he rolled on, the partition a little bit. And I start to see all these agents with ARs and coming from everywhere. Coming like surrounding, it's a car in front of the limo too, you know what I'm saying? So we don't, at this time, we ain't fearing no, we in the music game. We ain't tripping. Next thing I hear, limousine, turn your engines off.
Oh man.
Like, driver, what the fuck going on? We back there trying, what the fuck going on? Driver, come out, turn around, walk backwards and lay on the floor. We can see all these, they got them AR-15s with grenade. You see ATF, FBI, ATF, all type of shits, right? So then they saw next person to come out, so I think it was Cadillac Ty came out, same procedure. Then Tariq came out, that's doing my brother, he do radio with us, with me, He come out, so now I'm coming out last, so as I'm going down to the floor, I say to Tariq, yo, what the fuck is going on? He turns his neck up like this because he's laying on the floor. He said, this for you. And my stomach, my heart, everything that's at the top of my chest dropped down to my stomach as I'm laying down on the ground. So one of them walked up, looked at the picture, called my name. Yeah, we got him. Handcuffed me. Told other dudes, y'all could get up and go back in the car. As they was walking me away, I'm like, yo, Tariq, yo, Caddy, call Chris, call Irv. That's the last thing I said before they took me into the car. They rushed me down to the Fed joint downtown LA. By the time I got there and walking through the system, I see CEOs and everybody pointing at me like, yo, that's him, that's the Murder Inc. dude. Because that's the Murder Inc. dude, that's the dude right there, that's the dude. They don't know to what level I am, but they just know if it's going down like this, how they doing it, it's important. So as I got in there, I've been in New York, I said to myself, like, damn, this is going to be a long night here, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
By the time I got in the jail and I told you that little part, they didn't even get to fingerprint me. They was like, yo, you got to bring him upstairs. His lawyers is upstairs.
Already.
They didn't get to fingerprint me. So I got up there. This dude came back. He said he named some law firms from another. He said he's doing a courtesy for another law firm out in New York, which was hired by Irv and Chris to deal with my case. Yeah. Don't worry, you're going to get out of here today, patting me. So I'm relieved. You know what I'm saying? He looked at my reg. He said, yeah, you got some stuff on there. What about it? I said, nah, that warrant there. Nah, that's good. You can, that's vacated. Look, you can see I had probation after that. Yeah. So that would knock out that warrant because you can't get, you know what I'm saying? All this type of stuff. I knew.
We got a caller now that heard, that's listening.
So we go out. So
hold on. Let's see who's on the phone. Caller, what's your name? Where you from?
Now you got to keep that story going. I'm just listening.
There you go.
Keep that story going, baby. Yeah. I'm listening, Jack. Keep going. Keep going.
Please God. So now the lawyer, we goes out in the room, right? And the prosecutor's saying a bunch of bullshit, and my lawyer is saying a bunch of bullshit, and the judge is like, all right, we're going to set bail. The prosecution jumped up. Your Honor, he works for a major company. He has money, this and that. He could be a flight risk. As you can see, this is not his first offense. He's a flight risk and all that stuff. Judge hit me with $1 million bail. Shit. The lawyer said, no problem, we'll post bail, right? Damn. Prosecution jumped and said, Your Honor, no, we request a bail hearing first because this is a money laundering case out of the Southern District in New York and all this. And the judge agreed. Now I got to go back. I was about to walk out of here. It's $1 million. When you mess with big companies, you got these lawyers. If the lawyer say they're going to pay a $2 million bail, it's like credit in the bank. You see what I'm saying? So I got shattered. And this is falling on a 4-day weekend. And I'm in LA. Yeah. Their plan was after they stuff failed, right? They didn't have enough evidence. They realized I was one of them TI people. Felon in possession.
Okay, got it.
So now they said, all right. This was their plan. This is in hindsight. They knew I was in LA all this time. They could have got me anytime they wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now I'm going to leave. They say, all right, we're going to get him. We're going to lock him up and put him in the jail where he don't know nobody. He ain't got no friends.
No connections.
No connections. And then Irv them ain't going to probably pay this high-ass bill, and he going to be mad, and we're going to be like.
You're going to talk.
I'm going to talk. You know what I'm saying? So my lawyer, when I got back to New York, and Irv and them said to me, like, listen, find what lawyer you want. You can use our lawyers, whatever you want. We got everything. Don't worry about shit. First of all, they paid the bail. So I was in jail for like 4 days because it happened on a Friday. Yeah. And in LA, they didn't have no court Saturday and Sunday. And then Monday was a holiday. Mm-hmm. So bail hearing Tuesday. So I had to sit in there all that time. But it turned out, Chris or whatever, they made a call. I think Big Fendi, my man, shout out to Big Fav, and them was doing time in that same Fed joint on some cases or whatever. Yeah. Man, before I know it, man, they was pushing stuff underneath the door from the other side like, yo, send this to Dex Diamond. Get this to that new dude.
Shout out to the Big Fave connection and just
real talk,
the
my
team,
G.
the love,
real,
the family.
Real talk, my G.
We're
sticking together.
Real.
Listen to me. My bail was $1 million.
HHPOV.
And they had to show where this $1 million came from before they can even bail me out. And they bailed me out. They told the judge, listen here, he's an intricate part of Murder Inc. And if you keep him in here, it's gonna, fuck up our company. The feds, one thing I'm gonna say about the feds, they ain't really ones for stopping your money like that if they don't have to stop it.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? they'll work with you. Like you got a job and you gotta move around, they want you to make money. I can't say that, at least for me. They let me do that. I had, you know who got me that? Easy E lawyer, Ron Sweeney. He's Chris Gotti and Irv Gotti's lawyer. You understand? And he was writing the judge, you know, it's like, yo, we need this dude. You can't have him on no house arrest. You can't do this. You can't do that. We need him. And he was getting his way. I learned from that I don't even need to listen to my PO. I tell people that you got problems with your PO, write your sentence and judge and ask him permission to do something.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Our caller is our host, E the Fifth Letter.
What up, E the Fifth Letter?
You still there?
What up? Yeah, I'm listening, Dex, man. Just, you know, what was so crazy is as they caught you in L.A. That's what you said, right? They caught you in L.A. That plan was probably set up. Like, you know, we're going to flip this dude. We're going to put him in a situation. But, you know, that's why it's loyalty over everything, man. You know, people don't realize that there's not a money, there's not favors in the world, man, if you just ride out to who you feeling with, who you running with.
Facts.
Definitely.
Fact, they could have left me in there. Look at my little YGs from my hood. Bobby Smurda and Rowdy Rebel. $2 million. Sony ain't even put it up for them dudes, man.
They left them for dead, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
But my dudes, then the people be saying it ain't right or whatever, these dudes put up $1 million for me and paid all my legal fees. Let me choose any lawyer I wanted.
Jack, that's the difference between people that you don't know running the label. You know what I mean? You know, so those ain't the homies. Sony ain't the homies. You know, Irv and Chris, those are the homies. You know what I mean?
Now, they wasn't always my homie. I didn't know Irv and Chris until I came to work at Murder Inc. I didn't know that. I knew the only person I knew at Murder Inc. Well, he wasn't even really at Murder Inc. at the time. You know what I'm saying? The only relations I had to them dudes was basically Supreme.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But like when I came into the music game, on my own merits. I didn't come into name drop. So when I came into the Murder Inc., I didn't pronounce my street cred or no stuff like that, man. That's not what I came there for. You understand what I'm saying? I came there on the strength of me. I always been me. I always did me. Did what I want, how I want.
That's like when your coworkers become family.
Yeah.
So your worth ethics made exactly that mark that made Chris and Irv say, "Hey, we'll do it because he's a stand-up guy. He's done for us what, a lot of employees haven't done." You can say.
One day I can remember we was in Murder Inc. Right? It was Christmas time, like this time. This is when I first got there, and I said, "IG man, I want to do something different than what all these other labels doing with the radio station." He said, "What you want to do?" I said, "I want to make my own Christmas card for Murder Inc. I want to make a CD to sit, because them times you was mailing CDs in the mail to program directors with music.
Get the little padded envelope.
I was doing stuff like that. And one day Leo Cohen came downstairs because he was seeing different buzzes and things going on with Murder Inc. And I heard him in my cell when he he said, "Irv Gotti, I used to think you had a bunch of idiots down here. But I see you guys really know what they're doing. I'm doing a special at MTV taping upstairs. I want your promotion guy to come there and be there."
Oh.
And they did a taping. He had me there, he had Rob Love, and he had, I think it was Gavin or somebody from Rockefeller. We was in there with Leo Cohen. It was a segment. It's in MTV archive. I used to play all the time. That was something I did there. That he realized, Leo came down and he realized, that, Irv ain't got a bunch of idiots down there, thug dudes. Like, you got to remember, we had some college graduates, but Irv gave people that couldn't get a chance, the chance, my dude.
Yes.
I didn't go to college. I was a street hustler. I just knew how to brand street products.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it was just a different product. I was creative with that shit.
Different rules, same game.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Right.
So I did my thing. You know what I'm saying? I remember another time. You remember TRL? Used to come on TV every day. Now they bringing TRL back.
Now they bring it back.
Hear how I crushed that. I used to go up there all the time with Ja. As Ashanti came, then Ashanti, different artists going up there. So I come to know to get familiar with these cameramans at BET and at MTV, right? That's the type of dude. When people over there group in, man,
you're working.
You gotta work.
You're working with shit that don't look like that.
Yeah, you're working.
I'm trying to get to know the other people.
TV specialist.
So now I find out, like every every so often, they pan out to Virgin Record Store right across the street.
Right.
Remember Virgin Record Store was there? Don't forget the city now.
Yeah.
Right? That camera pans out there. So what I did now, I went and got these 10-foot life-size core boards. One of Ja Rule, one of Ashanti, and one of Murder Inc., right? And I had my team around the corner waiting with the cameraman because he already telling me what's going on. He hits me on my Skyway or two-way, whatever we had at that time. Like, we're about to shoot over there in about 2 minutes. Hit my team. Come around the corner. They come around with these big giant life-size boards. When that camera panned over there,
it hit the. Wow.
Man, Irv Gotti's phone was ringing. Chris' phone was ringing. Who you hell you got doing your promotions over there, Murder Inc.? He is a beast. You couldn't, I got around that. I ain't had to pay for that.
That was genius.
Had them run over there, hold it.
These core boards are like 10 foot
Yeah.
tall and like maybe 4 feet wide.
Right,
So from that camera,
even
you see
from
like
that
a
angle,
live
right,
size
from that
thing.
Yeah.
Then I started learning that what's the stuff that come on the news in the morning, those Good Morning America at the Radio City Music Hall.
Yeah.
Man, I used to leave the club at 4 o'clock and go to the office and sleep for about an hour or two for when that show start. I used to come up, 51st Street at the time the breaks is, and you see the Murder Inc. van rolling past the teeth, rolling past the window and shit like that.
So they film it.
So they see that. See, I was doing see when everybody was just following everybody. I was making my own law and I was trending. I was doing my own thing.
Putting posters on light poles. He was doing another level.
On the light poles, I was doing them, putting them shits up on bridges.
Oh man.
Tay, what you doing over there, Tay?
Bridges, like there's another story again. Because I got masters in this music. So Def Jam came out with this video game called Vendetta.
Yes.
So they had the Vendetta tour, right?
Yeah.
So I'm taking all Murder Inc. Secondary artists out. Black Child, Caddy, Merce, Dio, these kind of dudes. Freeway coming from Rockefeller, Skino and Sparks and these dudes. Def Jam had Nori, Keith Murray,
Didn't they have
Joe Buttons. Yeah. No, Meth and Redman was the host of this.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Yeah. So now you got a lot of these young artists at the time, and those was the wild artists, the wild bunches, right? Yes. So Def Jam asked me and Rob Love and somebody else, I think Thomas Lytell, to really take the lead as far as, I know each person is from separate labels, but overall come together and try to manage this and contain this tour thing.
Yeah.
No problem. You know what I'm saying? We could do that. We could do that tour going on. Right out the gate, there's problems. By the third city, you know what I'm saying? There's problems. Keith Murray beefing. Yo, why Murder Inc. artists look like they getting top billing, and we Def Jam, we the parent company, and our shit looking secondary to Murder Inc. That's not my fault.
We doing what we need to do.
I like Irv. Listen here. I need 3 pallets. We doing like 15 cities or something like that. In each city, I'm trying to drop 1,000 pieces of promotional items in each city. So I loaded up the bus, our tour bus with the bottoms with mad promotional stuff. So, cause I know what I got to do. Like I said, I got something that's called, I still use it in my seminars to this day. The 5 Ps, proper preparation prevents poor performance. Right? Yes. Yep. We doing like NBA, we doing college stadiums and stuff like that. That's a lot of material. Def Jam didn't plan properly. So they rationing by the 3rd, 4th city, they rationing. Yeah. And they calling back trying to get shit to catch them in maybe 3 cities down ahead. Me, I already got enough for like 5 cities and I already got allocations coming to the hotel where we gonna be at, and we ain't there gonna be there for another 4 days.
Yes.
So by the time we got to like, I think we was in Houston now, right? The geography changed. No, we got to Philly. I think somebody from Joe Button's crew was beefing with one of the dudes from Murder Inc. Shout out to my man Calico. So, niggas be thinking Murder Inc. was sweet. I don't know what niggas thought. You know what I'm saying? So we
paying attention to the name.
We getting ready to get on the tour, but we getting ready to get on the tour with everybody in the lobby and shit like this. The tour, but we getting ready to go to the venue. And this dude from I think it was Joe Button's camp, if I'm right, said something to one of the dudes on Murder Inc. Because he thought dude was like some street team, and he look at like street team, you know, these other look at street team like they ain't shit, but we don't play that at Murder Inc. We love the street team. You come into a city and you repping Murder Inc., nigga, you come into the show, you coming backstage, Rule gonna give you love, all that shit, because nigga, you putting in work for him, for us, for no money. And you gonna tell me you can't hang out with me, you can't drink some of my juice after you put in work for me, you know, things like that. So Keith Murray, so the dude anyway said something to the dude, tagged him up right there in the lobby, bloodied him up, right? The dude had to get on the tour bus, ride for like Famous, and go to the venue and go perform with his shit. I think he was Joe Budden's hype man or something. He had to put these big ass glasses on it.
He got two hype man up there.
But man, lump him up and shit.
He got two heads, three eyes.
Freeway and all them dudes was always cool. Nori, I love Nori. Nori's the nigga. Nori put me on to that Pinot Grigio. Santa Margarita. He was the first. Him and Martha Reynolds while we was on that tour. We used to call him Grigio. That's all we drinking, or we'd go anywhere, find any liquor store. To God, that's the only wine we drinking is that Grigio. Right. So then we still doing the tours, opportunities having, everything is going fun. I was living my life. Nori let me come out and perform songs with him. Freeway let me perform with him. You know, and I'm just singing along, holding the mic, singing along. You know, I'm living, I'm enjoying myself, right? All the promotions is doing good. So now we in the West. Keith Murray's really furious. So now he was beefing, niggas trying to calm him down. Next thing I know, they telling me, yo, we gotta go outside. Keith Murray, them stomping out the Def Jam rep.
What?
That was Sam Crespo and somebody else. This shit listen, me, Scarface, and Rob Love and some other niggas pulling niggas, Keith Murray and his team up off of these Def Jam reps. They had it with these niggas. They was like, yo, they not being represented. No, remember, Keith Murray got blackballed behind that.
He did. I remember that. I remember that.
All that
to
type
this
of
day.
Shit. Yeah, you know
so that was part of what happened. With
that
was the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I even
Keith
seen
Murray
it
wasn't having that shit.
I seen it in an interview. Wow. I seen it in an interview.
He wasn't having that. Me, Scarface, Rob Love, and some of them to pull these dudes up off of these dudes, man.
Yes.
It wasn't right what went down. Murray should have handled it like that. You understand what I'm saying?
But I've seen a couple of interviews and I read even Havoc, you know, mentioned some things about it was just a lot of you know, he was just really hothead about a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Like he really didn't want to listen to a lot of things. But a lot of problems back then, like how you took the promotion thing with Murder Inc., but you know, took it by the horns and did your thing. A lot of artists back then, because you signed, they just thinking automatically, I'm signed, it's a go.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's a go. There is like you guys are gonna take it. So they're just basically relying on the company to do things when it's like, no, get a team and have it structured and do your thing.
When we first came to Def Jam, we was letting Def Jam do stuff for us because that was the protocol. But Def Jam is working on 10 artists.
Yeah.
How could they focus on Ja? You see what I'm saying? So we started like, you know, putting our street team and doing our things, promoting our artists. But it was just different, man. It was just a different time, man. Def Jam kind of used us as a little leverage and stepping stone
to help everybody.
They were trying to break other artists on Def Jam. So Rule was hot at the time. Murder Inc. was hot. So they wanted us for all these summer jam shows. Yeah. So Def Jam was telling some of these radio stations, like, if you want to get Ja, you got to get Ludacris, and you got to take Mac 10 or Dub C or whoever it is, whatever. You got to let them on the show too.
That leverage.
So then one of the PDs was cool with us because we doing radio, and he called like, yo, this is what's going on. So I brought that shit to Irv. And Irv said right there, he said, listen here, from now on, every department that Def Jam have, we're going to have. And we're going to do our own shit, and we're going to give it to Def Jam. because a lot of bullshit was going on there. Let me tell you what was going on, man, in these record labels. You got two offices next to each other, side by side. Right. There's a paper that everybody has to sign off on say the album cover or the CD Pro or whatever, right? Yes. So they take it around or they email it or whatever. So if somebody you in the office next door and this paper right here, I'm gonna email you, coach, to say, yo, I got this paper in my office, come get it so you can sign off on it. And now I might not answer that email for 10 hours or the next day, but I'm in the office right next to you.
Door.
When I started saying like what's taking so long, and I started doing the paper trail to see where these shits is at, I come to understand what's going on there. What I do, Deidre Graham, sign this. Susan Bird, sign this. Michael Kaiser, sign this. Yeah. I'm taking that shit around and getting our shit done. So when they doing the typical Def Jam artists like that, Murder Inc. is not being handled like that. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. We took initiative on ourselves, man. Everything that they had, we did for ourselves. And we gave it to them because we can't be waiting for them to put us behind J, behind this, behind X, or in front of it. It's too much people in that order. We do our work for you and get it to you. Yeah. Another thing I did, I made sure that I was one of the best friends with everybody in the art department. You know what I'm saying? And by being friends with everybody in the art department, when I had a project come through, they took care of the project. They didn't rush it. They know what we wanted because most of the time I was over there shoulder micromanaging. Yeah. So no line there. No. So by doing that, I started getting the credibility from the graphic designers. Like they working on the Black album. Like D, come down here and take a look at this. What do you think about it? They're working on the Red Man album. What do you think about it? They're working on the Ludacris Chicken. What do you think about this? Just personally, D, what do you think? They wanted my approval to see if they doing something good before they turn it back into the art director's finished work. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. So
I got experience with that. That's how I learned about CD cover, CD Pro artwork, the way you put it together, fine detail and all type of stuff like that. Things I learned like that.
So with all that stuff that you learned and everything and all these relationships and you're building and you're putting yourself in a great position and you're being recognized for your work, was there ever a time, because a lot of people, they build with a label and then they get that opportunity. Somebody proposes to them like, oh, how would you like to have your own label and things like that. Did there ever come a time when you was offered, or did you ever think about starting your own thing?
I never really thought about starting my own thing because see, things changed in the Murder Inc. era. I already had the corner office where my office, I could look at Jersey, I could look at the west side, I could look all the way down to the east side from 34th Street. Wow. You understand what I'm saying? View. Yeah. Nice I had the corner office. So we was working where by right, I believe, and a lot of people believe, that Irv Gotti would have been the right person to be the president of Def Jam. And the way things was going, he was destined to be that until the feds came into our shit. And when the feds came, it changed all our lives. Because I already had the corner. I'm making 90, 100,000, and with perks, I'm probably making more than that. With perks, I got the company, I got Irv Gotti's company card. I remember one time he told me and Tariq, he said like, yo, take Cadillac and Black Child and go do some promotion on the East Coast and then fly over to the West Coast. That's how I was in the mansion on the West Coast and do that. And he said, just swipe. Me and Tariq, we go on the radio station, taking the PD, the MD, the DJ them to dinner, to the bar, and swiping. In 30 days, we spent $75,000 on liquor.
What?
That's not flights, that's not hotels, that's not gas, that's just liquor. $75,000 we spent. When that MX came at the end of the month, they came in the office like, yo, where your card at?
Oh my God.
Give me them cards.
On liquor, not even food.
You say, yo, what the fuck y'all doing? Said, IG, you said to swipe.
Yeah.
You said go take them out and show them a good time and make sure they understand that we trying to break these new artists.
$75,000.
$75,000 we spending just liquor in 30 days. Me and Tariq. Shout out to my man Tariq.
Who was drinking that?
the PDs, the MDs, and me and Tarek and some of them pretty girls.
How many PDs and MDs? Like how many was it? $75,000
Listen
in
to
liquor's
me.
a lot.
We did Philly.
Yeah, but then again,
DC.
think about these prices.
We went down. Exactly. It was bottles or in some when we was on the West Coast. I think we was when the West Coast and we had like 200 shots on the bar. I don't know how many bottles it take to get 200 shots. But we had like 200 shots of tequila on the bar.
You was swiping.
And that was just everybody at the radio station was drinking that.
You
just at the table just drinking.
You get a drink. Everybody
gets a drink.
You get a drink.
You know, it was some good times.
It sure was.
But the thing is, money was being spent, but money was being made. But most of all, the team, Murder Inc., was running like a well-oiled machine until bitch-ass people and fuck people put shit in the mix and threw a monkey wrench in the mechanism and stopped all our change.
Now, not to get into conspiracy theories, but because of you guys were so big at a time and competing against other well-known established labels with big artists, and nobody else I can say was being looked at or something. Did anybody ever think that, somebody was going against y'all, or is it was just a pass, just connected to the wrong people?
It's always you listen to me. I tell people every day with everything I do, I don't care how positive you are, you can't be that positive because positive can't survive without negative. It just can't. Yes. If you put two positives together, they repel. Yes. You put two negatives together, they repel. But you put negative and positive, they just suck together, just like that, right? Yeah. They just clamp together. Yeah. So when people talking all this positive shit, you got to have some type of negative. Nobody's perfect. Yes. And I understand that. And that's how I move. So I tell people, I tell Shorty, I tell Fee, I tell anybody listening here, I hear what you're talking, but you can't have positive without negative. Yeah. It's just how much negative and how much you're going to pay attention to it. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That makes the difference, man. Yeah. But the game is different, man. People just gotta read, man. People gotta read more. If you want to win in this music game, you gotta know your business. Yes.
Self-teach.
So with you guys on the road so much, and I follow everything on IG. I follow y'all and I see you guys going to all these cities and doing these amazing things. Is there a stationary office, headquarters, where
in all these cities,
where just maybe one where Chris, sits down with you and whoever else he has, the staff members, and like this is what we're gonna go to, and then shoot off to the next city, or is it just?
It's a bit of everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Our company is not big. That's what we're trying to say. To be in the music game these days, you don't need these big buildings, man. Yeah. They don't need that's artist publishing money. Yeah. And royalties that's paying for light bills. They won't give that artist his own money because they taking it from him to pay these light bills and had his lifestyle and all that. And you know what I'm saying? And sponsor football games and all type of things. That's with these artists' money. Yeah. It don't need to be that. Listen to me. Our motto, man, is dinosaurs belong in the museum, man. And that's where record labels got to wind up at. Wow. In the museum, man. You understand? Because for too long they've been with the rape and pillage. You know what I'm saying? They just raping and pillaging people. It got to stop. You did like Prince said it the best, man. Listen to me. I made this record myself. I didn't ask you guys for no money. I ain't use your studios. I ain't do nothing. Yeah. I don't want to leave your label. I just want to negotiate my deal because I didn't take no advancement from you. So why are you taking so much money from me? And they're like, yo, you signed the contract. That's it. You signed the contract. Michael, same thing, everybody. Yeah. Right. I think Ray Charles was one of the first to own all his masters right off the back, if I'm correct. I think it was Ray Charles, right?
I think so. Yeah.
He's one of the only ones that had his own masters from back then. Yeah. Wow. But that's how much money they got. That's how much that's how much royalties they've been taking, man. Right.
Yeah, man.
It's time that stopped. You put in that work. They ain't give. Record labels are hedge fund companies, man. They're not record. They don't do what they used to do. They don't develop the artists anymore.
There's no more of that.
Oh, there's no more.
Yeah, artists are
Artist
developing
development
themselves.
Yeah.
And that's why it's all over the place. I'm not mad. Listen to me. We had, what was the song when I was young? I think it was the Smurf, Pee Wee Herman,
Yeah.
the Humpty Dance. We had those stupid dumb records too, but they was hot records because we was at that age. It's the same thing. We just older and we hating on the younger. We got to cut that shit out as older people.
Cut it out.
Music is music. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like what he making, go listen to some classics.
That's what I do. I just, when I'm not digging somebody, I just I don't listen to anything, or I just listen. I just go back and listen to what I like.
I'm in my car, man, on these long trips, man. I be listening to country music. Man, country music, man, is like, if you listen to it, man, it's like the blues, but it's like R&B. Them shits be emotional. Country music. The words, the lyrics be emotional. Another thing I do.
There you go.
Now sometimes you just need a little bit of something. I listen to all kind of music, man. I drive used to. I'm Spanish. You hear this Latin music coming out of my car.
Yeah.
I'm not Spanish, but I just like to mix. I like different music. Different music make you feel different ways. Sometimes you hearing that sound, that beat, you coming out on that song. That's just that.
So because of how everything is structured now, like before, I was watching Irv. He was so happy about the development of his new studio and everything he got and everything. Shout out to Irv, shout out to Chinks. You know what I'm saying? The new studio and everything. I seen it and doing the thing. Now with Add Venture, you know what I'm saying? With Yug, is it artists, come with your music already, or is there, let's go into the studio, let's create something?
Well, it's both. Right now, Chris has an album out called Independence. And what that album is, like when we was traveling, doing these seminars and everything and these showcases, he had artists that supported us. But then this all started in Chicago too, when the way we came about this album. We just decided, like, let's get a bunch of artists in the studio, play some beats, let them choose a beat, let them all write a hook. Best hook wins. Everybody that's in the studio go in and lay a 12 or a 16. And then we pack up and we roll out. So these artists write in that little time and they don't even hear their music, what they wrote down, unless they remember it. And we tour, we finish, then we go back home with our producers. Shout out to Gambino for producer on there, Chase from Chicago, Serrano. It's a lot of just like 4 producers on there, 24 artists, 7 producers from different cities. So every song has a name and a city attached to it. Nice. If it's we have a song called Deep Like the Woo. Yeah. It was I heard that. It was recorded in Charlotte, in the Audio Box studio in Charlotte with a couple of North Carolina artists. We have a song in there called I think it's Money on My Mind. That's Birmingham, Alabama, recording at Birmingham bound with Birmingham Artist Studio. So we got artists from Philly, North Carolina, Baltimore, Chicago, Cleveland, Cincinnati. We got Iman Shumput on the album, on a song called Champion. You know what I'm saying? This out. Now what this is, Chris put this together to show the artists what they need to do. So he put the album together, paid for everything, he ain't charged nobody nothing. Paid for studio time, paid producers, paid for track, give everybody they splits. I still got artists to this day that I got they split forms in my bag and they just don't want to sign it, or they don't understand. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's their fault. So everything that we did it to lead by example, to show them what we did. So now we have this album out. We got to promote it. Yes. So we said, you know what? The average artist don't have no budget. Let's promote this album. Let's make this album and promote it with $10,000. We did it. And we tell artists need 2 things, is to be seen and to be heard. Once you put your music out, you need to be seen and heard. So you got to travel. You got to get out and tour. That's the meaning of touring. Yeah. You can't stay in your city and for 5 years do every showcase that comes through there. But never leave your city to do a showcase.
Exactly.
And want to be heard all over.
And you want to be heard all over. Yeah. You got to get out in these cities. No matter, you don't got to get in no big venue. Get in a hole in the wall venue. The purpose of touring, it brings you into a city. You meet real people. They meet you. You meet other artists. You meet other producers. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when you leave that city, you might have an audience of 5 people in that city, but each one of them 5 people know another 5 or 10 or 15 people, and if they like you, they might support you, and then they friends go, and them 5 people turn into 50 people, that turn into 500 people, that turn into 5,000 people in Chicago or whatever market. So this is what we do. We try to lead by example. But these artists, man, they want it so bad that they figure like, I'm not gonna read this. I'm just gonna look at the back and see what the end result is and just do that.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? You ever run up steps and you ever run up the steps and you slip down too? Or you're coming down steps and you slip down too? That's what that is. You got to stop and do what? Start all over.
We gotta walk.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. These these artists are like dogs. You ever see the dog that's chasing his tail and can't catch it? Yeah. The dog is saying in its mind, like, damn, I'm putting in work. I'm moving. I ain't resting. But it ain't working for me. It ain't, motherfucking dog, you gotta stop and reevaluate why you can't catch your tail. It ain't designed for you to catch it. Yes. So you're wasting your time. Yes. Some people just keep doing what they think you're supposed to be doing, even though they can't tell if it's working or not. They just doing it. And they won't stop.
Yes. I mean, man, listen, we're gonna have you come back again because like there's so much energy. We want to get into rhyme antics.
Let's do it.
We got a game, rhyme antics created by a young lady.
I don't play games, man.
Well, this is not a game.
All right.
It's structured in the game form.
I got you. You was a lawyer in your other life, huh?
This is the educate.
It ain't gonna show how dumb I am, right?
No.
It's created by a young lady, little Miss Calloway.
Shout out Miss Calloway.
She's created this herself. She's selling it herself.
Oh,
and
word?
Everything. Yeah.
This is for ages.
Everybody.
Adult rhyme antics.
Ages from read to read to forget.
Yo, what you think about what you think about Snoop show with
the new one?
The way where he asks questions.
Yeah.
Like what's that like it was like Jeopardy or something?
You know what's crazy? It's interesting. He got it. It's interesting, but I'm upset because I believe if we was on the platform, it would have been us first. If we was on that bigger platform, I believe it would have been us first. So I'm not mad because it shows us, it shows where we're going. But it's work.
Snoop is one artist, man. This dude keeps reinventing himself, man. Dude's got to follow that, man. He keeps reinventing himself. They laugh.
That's what you got to do.
They keep laughing at him, man. He came in as a rapper. Man, how many different entities this dude is doing?
This man is
He's
everywhere.
Reinventing himself. You got to give props to that. Follow, see what he does and learn.
And that's how you last longevity. Reinvent yourself.
All right, y'all. They gonna have me playing rhyme antics.
Let's get into this. So you want to explain the rules?
Yeah, because Bravo did a hell of a job last week.
Me, right? Right.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is
have to come and
you're gonna pick a card. It's easy, intermediate, and intellectual.
Oh, just pick a card from there?
Yeah, so you'll pick a card, and then you have to rhyme with the sentence at the end of the word of the sentence.
I got to say a rhyme?
A sentence with the word that you're supposed to rhyme at the end of the sentence.
Y'all do know I'm in marketing and promotion, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, let's go. So, I pick a card?
Yeah.
Which one do you want to go first? Easy, intermediate, or intellectual?
Well, I like green because that's money, and I need some of that. Oh boy, here they go, y'all. So now I'm supposed to read this.
Yeah, and then you create your own.
Infiltrated.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta make a sentence. I gotta rap a verse, a sentence.
So give him an example. What it says there. The group is infiltrated.
Infiltrated, yeah. Infiltrated.
That's a real intellectual word.
I ain't done too intellectual. Listen to me, man. Listen, I'm
choose the worst card.
Infiltrated.
I got it.
Infiltrated. So what rhyme? Okay.
He got it.
Let me see.
Infiltrated.
They try to infiltrate Murder Inc. They try to infiltrate Adventures Music. They try to.
He's trying.
He's trying.
I'm not a rapper, man.
He said, I ain't a rapper. I do marketing and promotion.
He said, I can promote this game, but I can't.
I can promote this game. Yeah.
I'll promote this.
I need Black Child or Caddy, one of them for me. Even.
Hey, you want to call him? Want to call him?
That.
Want to call him? Chime in.
Dex, look behind the
So
card.
on the back of the card, it has all of the words that rhyme with infiltrated.
So give me one word of there.
Related.
So
Weighted.
It means
I was gonna say stimulated.
me and my
Stimulated.
mom, we're related.
My group could never be infiltrated.
Yeah.
Rhymes created, never dated, never belated, always original created, never dilated, always related, never inflated.
One, and then
Chris Gotti is not related
or vacated.
or vacated. The bonus, we conjunctuated and translated from traditional music to digital distribution. That's a fact, Jack.
All right.
I tried.
Take it.
All right, we'll take that.
I tried.
But remember, all you got to do is just do one sentence, a sentence, and the last word of the
easy.
sentence just has to rhyme with the last word that.
You want to start it off, Coach?
Coach.
Coach.
Set it off, Coach. From.
So
Coach
learn
word.
how to rap,
You get it easy.
and then I'll say, I'll never sleep with a cap.
I'll never sleep with a female rat.
Okay.
Rap. Wait a minute. We
Wait
gotta
a
go to
second.
the judges on this one.
Rap. R-A-P.
Oh,
So,
rap. Oh, the card was there to
so you have
acquire
to rhyme
rap.
with rap.
Oh, now what did you say?
Cap.
I'll never rhyme rap. Boy, I used to try practicing rhyming in the trap.
Okay.
Good.
Hey.
In the trap, and you pass it to Rob.
Pass the mic.
Hey,
Pass the mic.
Oh, here's the mic, bro.
Yep, keep-
It's all good, man. I'm grown now, so I don't take no more crap.
Okay.
Okay.
Crap. All right.
Crap.
I'm a producer that likes to make boom bap.
Boom bap.
Okay.
Okay.
Boom,
What?
bap.
You want to go to the refs or something?
Okay.
Like that.
I was a dancer back in the day. My favorite style of dance was tap.
Since we taking it back in the days when I was in the street, I always was strapped.
Oh! So then,
And he
bravo
and he
for
was
lose
always-
because we ran out of time.
Now, see, the thing was, you was always strapped. Was you ready to clap?
Oh,
Okay, we go drop the mic. We gonna stop. We gonna stop.
We gonna clap back. We gonna clap back. Let's take it to
Yo,
Yo, one thing I didn't tell you that we didn't discuss, Adventures Music, man. It's a company that's all genres. It's a distribution. We're not a record label. I'll make it once again clear. We are not a record label. We are a distribution company. We collect, we distribute, and we collect money for you on streaming and download. This is why you need your publishing, for your publishing company to collect your royalties for you.
And publishing, what he
Dex-
means by is BMI.
ASCAP,
Arrows,
CSAC,
ASCAPs.
digital. You can. I even rock with Sound Exchange. For those of you who don't even know about it, they track those digital sales for you to make sure you get your money too. You know what I'm saying? Listen, at Adventures Music, we don't knock no digital distribution company. We just tell everybody that we are different from the rest of the distribution companies. See that how are you different? Like today, I'm on a conference call with somebody. Call me, you know, they want to sign. It's a white guy, you know what I'm saying? He wants to sign. Like, D, what you do? I'm like, listen here, man. It's like this, man. There's nothing. He said, what makes Adventures Music different from TuneCore or Empire? I said, simple. Who you talk to at Empire? Nobody. Who you talk to at TuneCore? Nobody. What company you talking to right now? Adventures Music.
Okay,
all right.
There you go.
That's just the
One
first
print.
thing that makes us different.
But Dex, let them know
Dex,
where
let
we
them
got
know where to
one.
find everything.
Yeah, we got one more minute.
Coach, I told you 2 hours.
I know. He asked me. He
Chris,
said,
we-
"Yo,
I can't
I
believe
need
we
2
gonna do
hours."
it again. We doing it again.
I can't believe
So
it.
tell the
We're doing
people
it again.
where they can find you.
They can find me at everything Dex Diamond. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat is Dex Diamond. You can find Chris Gotti at Chris Gotti 187 on Instagram. Chris Gotti Lorenzo on Facebook. You can find us at Adventures Music on Facebook at Adventures Music. You can find us on Twitter at AVM Social, on Snapchat at AVM Social. Look for us in a city near you. When we come through, it don't be nothing fugazi about us, man. It's the real deal, man.
And you can get at us to get at them if you can't down.
Yes, you can. Let's go.
Bang.
Yes,
That's
you
how
can.
it is.
Face lost all expression. Said if you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You got